Hi, welcome to Beyond Just Fine, a self growth podcast for anyone who's ready to move beyond I'm fine and into something more. So, today I'm going to take you on a little journey. I thought I'd give you a brief introduction as to who I am and why I am doing this for you today. So, my name is Nikki. I am an empowerment life coach, and about 10 years ago is when my journey started. Back then, my confidence and my self esteem were pretty much rock bottom, and my anxiety was sky high. My comfort zone, about the size of a postage stamp. I knew back then that I wasn't happy, I didn't feel comfortable, and must be more to life, and I knew that I was capable of more. I just didn't quite know what that more was or how to go about finding it. And I think that we can all reach those moments in life where we kind of hit a crossroads and we take a step back and we look at things, and it's kind of a case of, well, is this really who I wanted to be? Is this how I saw myself becoming? Is this the kind of life that I saw that I, envisaged that I was going to live? And I think in those moments, there are two paths that we can then go down. We can continue along the path that we're on, where everything is safe and familiar. We might not necessarily feel happy, but it's easy, isn't it? It's just what we know. Or there's the other path, the path that leads to the unknown. It's change, it's scary. We don't know what to expect along the way. We've never been down that way before. And I think in those moments, the thing that helps us decide whether it's path A or path B is how we feel at that moment in time. And I feel myself, and I've heard and I've read this as well, that the pain of staying where you are has to be greater than the fear of where the other path of where you could go. One of my favorite quotes is from Amelia Earhart, and the quote is that the most difficult thing is the decision to act, and the rest is merely tenacity. And I absolutely love that quote, because I honestly believe that making that decision, that it's like, you know what, this isn't what I wanted, this isn't what I signed up for, I want to make changes, even if I don't know what that's going to look like, even if I don't know how difficult or hard or whatever the journey is going to be, I just know that I don't want to do this anymore, I want to try something else. And once we've done that, it's not mean to say that it's going to be a walk in the park. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not going to be an easy ride. This work generally isn't. I mean, it's an up and down journey. It's not linear, but it's worth it. And I think that once you make that decision to start, it just kind of flows. You just find your way somehow. They say that there's no wrong decisions, there's just different directions. So, how did I start to find my path, as it were? Well, I did some counselling. I also read some self help books. I read loads of self help books. I think I bought so many self help books I could open a library, and that's probably no exaggeration. I think the thing is that you can get stuck, or you can get lost in that trap of thinking that we have to fix ourselves. There's something wrong with me because I think this way or feel this way or behave this way, and there's something wrong with me, I need to fix it. When in truth, don't need to be fixed, we're not broken. It's just that maybe we've got this set of beliefs that aren't necessarily working for us anymore. They've served us up until now, but now it's time for things to change. In order for things to be different, then maybe we need to step back and look at that belief system that we have, those thoughts and feelings that we have, that maybe just we need to kind of make some changes so that we can go forward with a better beliefs and better thoughts. So like I said, I think it can be quite easy to get stuck into that pattern of thinking, right, I'm thinking this, I'm feeling this, let me go on Amazon and find a book to sort this out. But we can't always sort it out from a book, and it's not like an overnight thing either. Unfortunately, it isn't like putting your order in with Amazon and the next day you're all of a sudden going to feel better about everything. It is a process, it is a journey of sorts. And for some people, that can be quite a short journey. And for others, it might just take a little bit longer. We've all been through different things in life. We've all had different experiences. But hand on heart, I believe it is a journey worth taking, especially if you feel so uncomfortable, so unhappy with where you are. What have you got to lose? You know, if where you are doesn't feel great, then let's try something else. And that's what I did. Like I said, my comfort zone back then, so incredibly small. So many things that I felt like I couldn't do. Simple stuff, going into a coffee shop and ordering a coffee. It sounds really silly, I know. People do it every single day without thought. Back then, it's something that I just felt like I didn't have the confidence to do. I've been conditioned to believe that I wasn't capable of that. I didn't deserve that kind of luxury. That was for people who were confident, and I wasn't one of them. But I had this whole long list. I made myself a list of things that I wanted to achieve: going to a coffee shop, ordering a drink, going to the cinema by myself, taking myself off for the day somewhere. This whole list of things where I was trying to push myself to try and expand that comfort zone and trying to make it bigger. And I can thankfully say that all that hard work and determination paid off, and now I have no problems walking into Starbucks and ordering a caramel latte. In fact, I find any excuse under the sun just to go and find a coffee shop and sit in there with my book or whatever, and just watch the world go by, or enjoy my caramel latte, or whatever it is that might be my drink for the day. So it is possible to make those changes, even if it feels sometimes that you're not going anywhere. You're doing all of this work, you're reading the books, you might be doing some counseling, you might be doing positive affirmations, you might be doing meditation, all of this stuff that you're doing. And some days you just think, is it worth it? Has actually anything changed? What am I doing all this for? It's too much of hard work. But then you do get those days where you have those light bulb moments where you suddenly look back and you realize that you've just jumped in the car and driven somewhere that you never thought you could drive to. You've just walked into Starbucks and ordered your caramel latte without a second thought. You've just gone off to the cinema by yourself without having that anxiety about, oh my God, is everyone looking at me? I'm by myself. What are they going to be thinking? It's all of those kind of little moments where you had all of those worries before that you suddenly realize that you're doing without thought, without that anxiety, without that worry, without that stress that you've built up beforehand in the past. And it's at those moments where you think, oh my God, this stuff actually works. This stuff actually has made my life better. I feel better. My life has changed. My comfort zone now is so much more bigger than what it was 10 years ago, even a year ago. It's not something, this kind of work isn't something you get to a point and it's like, yep, that's it, I'm done. No. It's a gradual journey, and it's an ever increasing journey. You're always learning new things, doing new things. I mean, this time last year, there is absolutely no way I would have considered recording videos and putting them on YouTube. I mean, seriously, I wouldn't even put a photo on Facebook. But this just goes to show what you can achieve when you put your mind to it. It just goes to show that the potential is there, it's in you. Unfortunately, it's just hiding under all of these labels that we've picked up along the way. I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, etc. And it's just recognizing that that's just what they are. They're just labels. Where do they even come from? Who told us that we were this way? And underneath all of that, there is this person that we want to be. So, like I said, I did some counseling, I read self-help books. I also did hypnotherapy to help reprogram my subconscious mind from some of the things. And I also did some life coaching. So I had a really good life coach. He's still there if I need him, Adam Talame. Brilliant life coach. He's a life purpose and a manifestation coach. And for me, life coaching, and before I started doing life coaching, I decided I wanted to be a life coach. So I was doing life coaching courses too. And for me, that was kind of like the icing on the cake. So counselling helped me understand some of the things that I'd been through, why I was the way I was, etc. Like I said, hypnotherapy helped reprogram some of those beliefs that were stored in my subconscious. But for me, life coaching kind of wrapped it all up. It was just kind of put everything together. And instead of me having a thought or a feeling and needing to go on Amazon and find a book to help me, I was given that skill set from the life coaching courses I did, from the life coaching I received from Adam, to be able to process and deal with all of those things that came up in life. And that then cemented for me the fact that I wanted to be able to then give back. I had received all of this help from other people. I wanted to be able to give that out and help others, because I'm pretty sure that there's maybe even yourself, people out there, maybe people you know, that feel this way. They feel stuck. They feel that they've got to a point in their life where maybe they're not quite happy with things, maybe a job, maybe relationship, maybe themselves, whatever it might be. And they're at that crossroads and they're trying to decide what to do. They feel that there's more out there. They feel they're capable of more. They just don't quite know what that more looks like, how to make that first step, or even if they have the courage to make that first step. Like I said, it can be scary. It can feel a bit overwhelming and, where's this going to take me? Who am I going to be on the other side? And that's why, like I said, that's why I became a life coach, because I wanted to be able to help those kind of people. I wanted to help them see that it is possible to make changes. I'm proof that you can make those changes, and it is a wonderful, wonderful process. I've learned so much along the way. Like I said, it's not necessarily always easy, but it's a learning curve. It certainly is. I've learned so much about myself, so much about my capabilities, what's possible. Sky's the limit, pretty much. So that's why I'm here today. This is why I'm doing this today. So I've created this YouTube channel. Like I said, I'm an empowerment life coach. I have a website, www.oaktreelifecoaching.co.uk. If you want to find out more about me, check out my website. I'm fully insured. I am DBS checked annually as well. So there you go. If you need some help, then have a look on my website and stay tuned to this channel, because there'll be lots of exciting stuff coming up. So like I said in my introduction video, there will be talks where it's just me, like today. There will be talks with other life coaches sharing their experiences. And we've all been through the same kind of thing. We've become life coaches because of the experiences that we've had. And again, we just want to be able to give back and to help other people along their journey. So yeah, it's all exciting stuff, and you will learn lots of interesting things along the way, I'm sure. So thank you for your time. Stay tuned. I'll see you soon.